With the deadline here for high school seniors to hear back from colleges, many of them are still waiting to see if they have been accepted. This year, the wait list numbers at UC schools are expected to climb.
Here's Laura Cole with what's behind the increase.
These are the kinds of grades that any high school senior should be striving for, but now even a 4.0 isn't good enough to get into UC Davis.
It was seriously shock value.
Emily Yonan has a 4.09 to be exact, a 1920 SAT score, and she's the captain of her golf and lacrosse team. But even with such an impressive application, she can't get into UC Davis.
I was going through that in my head. I worked my hardest. I took my SATs 4 times, and I took all my AP classes, everything I was supposed to do, but I guess it still wasn't good enough.
And she's not the only overachieving senior finding her college dreams on hold.
You know, college has become so difficult for so many.
Billy Downing helps high school students get into the right college. Parents spend up to $6,000 for his time and expertise. He says 3 years ago, Emily would have soared into UC Davis. Now he says it takes a 4.1 GPA and a 2100 SAT score to become an Aggie.
Well, I think Emily is a great example of what's happening in California. Here's a fantastic kid, fantastic student, did really well in her grades, wrote great essays, did great in her SATs, and waitlisted at a great school like Davis.
Last year, the UC system waitlisted 10% of the applicants, and Downing believes this year the number will grow to its highest ever, around 15%. The reason? California's budget crisis. Colleges are limiting enrollment and they're accepting more out-of-state and international students to help increase their budgets. Something that's out of Emily's control, but she'd still like to give lawmakers an F for their handling of the state's budget and maybe killing her dreams of heading to her father's alma mater.
It is definitely a hard realization to come to when you think you're going in and you should get into these schools, but you don't.
And Emily says if she doesn't end up getting into UC Davis, she will most likely end up going to the University of Michigan.
Wow, a 4.0. Well, Downing says now if you are on the wait list, the best thing to do is let the college know you still want to go there, send your most current grades, and visit the schools to set up meetings with teachers and admissions.